The third episode of the final season has finally shown us what fans call memory shards. What are they and why are they important? Let's find out. This episode shows us a good chunk of the 120th chapter. This is the first chapter where memory shards appear. They represent what Eren sees when he and Zeke finally touch and activate the coordinate, and he sees memories. In Attack on Titan, memories function in a weird way, especially if you're a shifter. In this case, Eren can see memories from the past, present, and future. As if that's not complicated enough, Eren can also see memories of other people, and that would be memories of previous holders of Attack Titan and the Founding Titan. Manga shows us 30 memory shards, and each of them has their importance and value. But today we're focusing on memory shards shown in anime. They fly by in a pretty rapid mess of scenes just after Zeke and Eren touch. And now we will explain what each of these scenes mean. First off, young Mikasa collecting woods from the first episode. This is Eren's memory when he was young. It is nice that the first memory shard is dedicated to Mikasa. It seems that true love truly knows no bounds. The next scene is a close-up of someone's eye. This can either be Eren or Zeke's eye. The trouble here is that the color of the eye is blue, which is Zeke's eye color. This suggests that this is Zeke's eye, because Eren has green eyes. We do know that the eyes of the Founder change their shade once they activate their power. This could really be Eren's eye, where Eren's natural eye color is mixed with the shading of the Founder. Next memory is again Eren's, and we can see Reiner. And that's when Reiner was a good guy, like an older brother to everyone in the Scouting Corps. At least now it's obvious who Eren likes the most. Mikasa first and then Reiner. After another flash of the eye, we can see memories of someone who is not Eren. We can see young Faye, Grisha's sister, through Grisha's eyes and memories. All the memory shards are connected to intensely emotional moments from the past of the shifters, and having in mind how Faye's death influenced Grisha and his future actions, it is no wonder it is included here. Next memory shard is about Frida Fritz as she brushes her hair in the mirror. This is a shared memory between Frida and Eren. Since they are both Founding Titan shifters, Frida at some point saw Eren in her reflection in the mirror, and Eren saw her through her eyes in her reflection in the mirror. It is a bit confusing, but this did happen during the Uprising arc. And at that time, Isayama wasn't really sure what he was going to do with these memory shards. This memory is included because it is one of the first instances of the story telling us that shifters can share memories. Next memory shows us Reiner in tears begging for mercy. This is Eren's memory regarding their little talk in the basement, immediately before attack on Liberio. By this point, if you haven't felt sorry for Reiner, I think you never will. He truly is the best character in Attack on Titan. Next memory is young Armin carrying a book. This is also Eren's memory, and especially important for him. Why? Because, as Eren said himself, when he was young, he didn't think a lot about what's outside the walls. Not until young Armin showed him a book about the outside world. Only then did Eren start to wonder what are walls there for, and what's outside of them, which is an especially important moment in the formation of Eren's personality. Next memory is the Rice family, and these are Grisha's memories. It is connected to the moment when Grisha killed almost everyone from the royal family and took the Founder from Frida. This memory is especially traumatizing for Grisha, and it wouldn't really happen were it not for Eren from the future to literally push him on to do it, as we'll see in the next episode of anime. By the way, that is one of the most powerful scenes in Attack on Titan, and it deserves its memory shard more than anything else. Next, we can see Levi, and these are Eren's memories, and almost certainly connected to the time when the female Titan was chasing Eren and the Levi squad in the forest. This was Eren's "everybody who gets closer to me dies" phase. So the death of Levi's squad, who got close to him, left a pretty big mark on Eren. Next, we can see Eren's memory of Coney and Sasha, most likely during military training. Both of these characters are really important to Eren, especially Sasha, given how she ended up. Next shot is of Falco, and this is also Eren's memory, most likely during Eren's stay in Liberia when he was pretending to be a wounded soldier, and when he was using Falco to send his letters to the Survey Corps. Next is an especially interesting memory shard, and it belongs to Eren, but Eren Kruger, the Attack Titan shifter who gave his Titan to Grisha. Here we can see his traumatic memories as they literally burn his family alive. Next, we can see Bertolto's Colossal Titan, a memory deeply ingrained in Eren's memory ever since that day from the first episode when the wall fell. Now we can see a memory shard that is not actually shown anywhere in the manga, and this one actually gave me the initial spark to make this video. We can see Reiner, Levi and Jean in a sauna. This is a very bizarre choice of scene to be inserted in this kind of collage. This never actually happened in the story. This is a reference to the cover of Bezatsu Shonen magazine that publishes Attack on Titan. Why MAPPA decided to include this, of all things, into memory shards is really unclear, but it's there. Next memory is Eren's, and we can see Ramsey, a completely new character. It is a young boy that tried to pickpocket the Survey Corps while they were on a diplomatic mission in Marley. And he is especially important because Eren broke down in front of him because of the guilt of all the horrors he will cause with the rumbling. And he apologized to Ramsey. Given what will happen to Ramsey, the apologies were well in order. And it is little wonder why Eren broke down in front of him. Next, we can see Grisha as he is crying and screaming, which is a memory most likely connected to the moment where he was supposed to kill the royal family. But it is also possible that it is showing us the reaction when he finally found out that Carla was eaten by titans. Next is a bird flying over the walls. This could be a sneak peek of Falco's bird titan, and then again, there's a lot of bird symbolics in Attack on Titan, especially connected to Eren, so it's possible that it's just one of the birds Eren used to see the world. After that, a key of the basement, where we finally found out that there is a world outside the walls. The key helps us transition into the next memory, and that would be Historia crying. This is connected to the talk between Eren and Historia sometime after the time skip, when she finally tells him that she will have a child with the farmer. The next memory is the best one in this collage. Once again, this is referencing a moment that never actually happened in the story of Attack on Titan. We can see Mikasa, and we can see her version from Attack on School Casts. What the hell is Attack on School Casts? Well, at the end of manga chapters, sometime we can get sneak previews of the next chapter. Isayama used this to make a whole spin-off series where we can see Attack on Titan characters attending high school, because of course they have to attend high school. This spin-off has nothing to do with the main storyline of Attack on Titan. It is completely separate. This memory showcases Mikasa from that series, also known as Gothkasa, because apparently Mikasa had a goth phase while she was in high school. Just like with Reiner from the sauna, this is a really bizarre choice to put in this kind of collage. The very next memory is Armin from that same spin-off, also known as Nerdmin. Equally strange inclusion as with Gothkasa, but it's there. That's it. Next memory is a shot of a bird flying over the ocean, which represents either Eren flying over the ocean in the form of a bird, or it represents Falco and his bird Titan, as he is hurrying to join the fight against Eren. Ocean is very important for Eren, so it's little wonder it's included here. And the last shot represents Ymir from the past, and we can see her from the back. This memory is most likely referencing this very episode, when Ymir ignores Eren's demands and walks right past him like he doesn't exist. That would be all the memories showcased in the anime. There are a few things to consider. First, not all memory shards from the manga made it into the anime. Not only that, some new are added. This gives us a very small dose of hope that MAPPA will actually change the story from the manga and make a new original ending in the anime. But this is such a small little change that our hopes are also really small. Secondly, why did they include Reiner from the sauna, Gothkasa and Nerdmin? The only thing I can think of is that the power of the Founding Titan is so great that it can transcend alternate universes, and it can see into spin-off dimensions, such as Attack on Skull Casts. Or this is just a joke that MAPPA put in like an Easter egg. Thirdly, and perhaps the most importantly, it should be noted that Mikasa was shown twice in Eren's most precious memories, while Reiner was shown 3 times, and in one of them practically naked. I don't know about you, but this fact really tells a lot about Eren and Reiner. It would seem that Eren's favorite character in the show is Reiner. Eren always had good taste. That's about it about memory shards from the episode. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Make sure to check out other videos on the channel. That's it. See you next time. Bye bye.